अस्मि यत् मम शिक्षिकायाः शिक्षिकां परिचाययितुम् एषः अवसरः मया प्राप्तः। I am very happy to announce this being the very first lecture of our lecture series Srushti Vyasangah with regards to our Dhruva Sanskrit Mahotsav 2024. Vyasango Nisargasya Ramaniyo Hi Kavye Nisargah. Through this series, we are going to explore descriptions of nature in Sanskrit literature. That is the meaning of Srushti Vyasangah. We are extremely grateful to Principal Professor Dr. Preeta Nilesh Ma'am, Vice Principal Degree College CA Anil Naik Sir, Vice Principal Junior College Dr. Madhuri Nagarkar Ma'am, Supervisor Dr. Radha Krishnan Ma'am for their support to this lecture series. Today, among us, we have a very special guest of honor, Dr. Gauri Mahulikar Mohodaya. Dr. Mahulikar is the Academic Director of CIS. She was the former Gurudev Tagore Chair of Comparative Literature Professor, former head of Department of Sanskrit in Mumbai University. She holds a doctorate in Sanskrit in Vedic elements, in Puranic mantras and rituals. She was instrumental in launching various courses in manuscriptology, bhakti literature, and mysticism as a part of the UGC funded project on digital preservation of palm leaf manuscripts. She has authored 8 books and over 100 articles in English, Hindi, Marathi, and Sanskrit. Of the many awards received by Mahulikar ma'am for her invincible work, few of them I would like to list here. Savitribai Puraskar and Indira Bhele Puraskar, Adya Shri Shankaracharya Puraskar, Kavi Kulaguru Sadhana Puraskar, International Ramakrishna Award from the Canadian Education Foundation. In 2015, she was invited for the World Sanskrit Conference held at Bangkok. She has also been invited as an overseas expert for lectures, conference, and workshops by Kelaniya University, Colombo, Sri Lanka, University of California in USA. A very recent proud moment. Professor Gauri Mahulikar ma'am will be conferred honorary doctorate literature by the Honorable Governor of Karnataka on 14th of June 2024. Words fall short talking about this great personality. And today we are really blessed to have her lecture on Panchamahabhuta Suktani. I humbly request Professor Dr. Gauri Mahulikar ma'am to proceed with the session.
Hello, thank you so much. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you for this wonderful introduction and including the latest news also. It is yet to be conferred, but it is just declared. Thank you so much for your good wishes. And I'll start with in the Srishti Vyasanga. I thought I would speak upon the Srishti, how the cosmology came into existence, about the Prakriti, right from the 5 great elements. So before doing that, I would like to invoke Prabhum Panchavaktram, Mahesham Suresham Surarati Nasham, Vibhum Vishwanatham Vibhutyanga Bhusham, Virupaksham Indvarka Vanhitrinetram, Sadananda Mide Prabhum Panchavaktram. These Panchavaktras of Shambhu, Sadashiva, are regarded as the 5 Mahabhutas, the 5 cosmic elements embodied in Shiva, the Adi Guru. And the Panchamahabhutas, what are they? We all know Prithvi, Aptej, Vayu, Akash. And these are very, very essential for creation, creating the animate world like human beings and other beings, birds, beasts and insects. Also the inanimate world is, created by the elements. And this is Adhibhautika first, then Adhidaivika, and then Adhyatmika, the 3 types of creations And creation in our Sanatana Dharma, in Indian philosophical purview, is never linear. It doesn't have a starting point and end point. It's always cyclic. See, the earth is round, the sky is the canopy, the semicircular, the wind whirls in circles, the nest the birds build are in circular shape. So everything, is circular. And why these elements are so very important for us, to get us some relief in the suffocation which we have in the jungle of concrete and plastic. And otherwise, we will be killed, the soul will be killed. And therefore, the blue sky, the gusty winds, the gentle breeze, the dancing flames of fire, the flowing water from the rivers and the brooks, and the vast green bed of on the grassy bed on the earth, all these are so very essential part of our life. Can we imagine life without these? Perhaps we can't even imagine how we can live without this. So, how this creation started? In the Taittiriya Upanishad, it is stated that, Atma comes first. Etasmadva Atmanaha Akashas Sambhutaha. एतस्माद्वा आत्मनः आकाशसम्भूतः आकाशाद् वायुः वायोः अग्निः अग्नेः आपः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्याः ओषधयः ओषधिभ्यः अन्नम् अन्नात् मनुष्यः. So this is the tradition, this is the parampara. So this is very interesting that we start from the highest tattva, the Atman, and come to the Adibhautika Prapancha from Akasha, Agni, and all that. So it is interesting to see whether Rigveda elucidates and eulogizes these elements. It does. So the Adibhautika Prapancha is eulogized. So we take first the Akasha Tattva, and then Akasha is the subtlest of all. Prithvi is the grossest. And then according to the Sankhya and the Tarka Sangra, etc., Akasha is only Ekagunatmaka, Shabdagunam Akasham, Sparshavan, Vayu, etc. I'm not going into all those details, but Prithvi has all the five virtues or the qualities or the constituents right from the Akasha Tattva. So what is Akasha? Akasha is sky, Akasha is Dyauhu, Akasha is Varuna, which gives us a covering. Aha samantat kashate prakashate iti Akasha. Or it could be from derived from, because I am a student of Nirukta, I always go with Nirukta. Shama Shamyati, so Shanti. Looking at that blue, unfathomable sky, you get, like a sukoon. In Hindi we say, sukoon milta hai. So that is the word which is the right word, Shanti. You get so peaceful in your heart. So the vast open sky, that is the closest to the Brahman. And therefore it gives us a unique sense of happiness, perfection, intimacy, and meditative bliss and all that. So everything above the earth is sky for us. And therefore, astronomically, it is all the celestial beings. They are also sky, the stars, the planets. And therefore, the starry night, everything is sky. So sky is covering. It is akashate, it is prakashate, and it is covering. And we use this akasha in various other tattvas, like akasha yanam, that is bimanam, akasha bhashitam, a celestial voice, or akashavani, yam akashavani, then akasha valli, akasha kusuma, akasha shayana, akasha deepaka, Akasha Deepaka. In Deepavali, we had Akash Kandil. So everywhere we have this word Akasha. Interestingly, in the Vedic corpus, Varuna, who is the sovereign king, the Samrat, is likened with Akasha because Bru Avarane, that is also a covering, and Akasha also is a covering. and therefore sometimes Varuna is likened to Akasha. But here I am taking only few references from Dev Sukta, Dyava Prithvi Sukta, because in the Rigveda, Devhu is considered Devhu Naha Pita and Prithvi Naha Mata. So Prithvi is our mother and Devhu is our Pita. So Devhu is from Div to Div again is to shine. From that we have various words like Divasa, Divakara, he is a shining father. Basically, Deus is the shining father. And sometimes is likened with the shining sun also because the sun also shines. And the details of this Dev are very sketchy in the Veda. But interestingly, we called him Dev Pita. So Dev Pitara is, the Greek and the Roman Jupiter. Dev Pitar is Jupiter. And it's the Latin Jupiter and Greek Zeus. So these are the two gods. These are the ancient civilizations, the Hindu civilization, the Greek and the Roman civilization. So the Roman Jupiter and the Greek Zeus are likened with Deus Pitara, that is Devhu, the shining father. And he is, like a red bull because the sun shines with all its glory. It is a red bull bellowing loudly, that is sun shining very brightly. And at night time, the Devhu is called a black horse and is pearly with stars. What a description, right? And this is symbolically, I won't go into the detail of how Indra killed Devhu and all that. But Rigveda 189:4, it says, Tan Mata Prithvi Tat Pita Devhu. So sky is the father and earth as the mother. And this father should be as sweet as honey. Madhu Devhu Astu Naha Pita. 190 Rigveda says, Naha Pita, who is he? Devhu, Madhu Astu. He should be as sweet as honey. And what is that sweetness which he gives? That is in the form of the nectar in water, the rainwater. The rainwater is treated to be the sweet honey, and he is the giver of that. Devhu Vaha Pita, Prithvi Mata, Somo Bhrata, Aditihi Swasa. In Rigveda 191, it is like the entire family is given. The earth is the mother, the sky is the father, Soma is the brother, and Aditi is the sister. So this is what the family structure is given. This is given by Seer Agastya. Seer Agastya, and he addresses this mantra to the snakes, one of the species, one of the genres, the beings born on this earth, right? So not only humans, but all the species born of the eternal Dyava Prithvi. This is like our eternal perpetual parenthood, Dyava Prithvi. And Sheshno Dyauhu Samavartata, in the Purusha Sukta we have, from the gigantic Purusha, from his Mastaka, Dyauhu was created. So this parent shining like sun and tolerant like earth, that is the whole concept, because mother has to be tolerant and father has to be shining and giving. Like it is said that Agni, for Supayano Bhava, Supayano Sanah Piteva Sunave, Supayano Bhava. So Dyava Kshama Rukmo Antarvibhati, in the midst of the Dyava Prithvi, Rukma, that Rochamanaha, Agni, that is the sun, Vibhati, he shines. So this is the shining sun in the midst of the earth and the sky. And therefore the sun is called Dyava Prithvi Van. He is, comprised of Dyava and Prithvi together. So this is what Dyava, the Dyauhu is. Now, one sukta, from one sukta, one richa I can take, because there are so many suktas like that, we can't take a review of all that. So I have chosen from the Rigveda first mandala, the sukta number 160, and the second richa from that. Uru Vyachasa Mahini Asaschata पिता माता च भुवनानि रक्षतः सुधृष्टमे वपुष्ये न रोदसी पिता यत्सीमभि रूपैः अवासयत्. Uru Vyachasa, widespreading. Mahi, vast, Mahini. Then Asaschata, not connected, unconnected. Who are they? Pita Mata Cha, the father and the mother of all the beings. What do? Bhuvana Nirakshataha. Very simple. If you split the words, you can construe the meaning very nicely. So they too preserve Bhuvanani, all the words. The 14 words, the Sapta Urdhvaloka and the Sapta Adholoka. So they too preserve all the words. Chaturdasha Bhuvana Nirakshataha. Resolute as if for the God of embodied, Sudrishtame Vapushye na is Ivarthe. Then our head earth and the Father has invested everything with the visible forms. Yat seem abhirupaihi avasayat. Yat seem abhirupaihi avasayat. As if he has invested us, the rupa, whatever we get. The Rodasi is a combined word for Dyava Prithvi together. The heaven and the Prithvi, they are called Dyava Prithvi or Rodasi or Krandasi, Nitya Dvivachana. Okay. So that is, and one more verse maybe from 164, it is the Asyavami Sukta from Dirghatama Uchathya. The sky father is my progenitor. He clearly says, Dirghatama is a born blind rishi. Dirgham tamaha yasya saha. Uchathat son, Auchathya. Sky is my father, my progenitor. Dyauhume pita is my father. Janita, his progenitor. And earth is my mata. Mata Prithvi. So, Mahi Iyam Prithvi Iyam Mata. Okay. And this is a very wonderful verse, but I won't go into details because I have to cover the other elements. So now let us go to the little less subtle element than Akasha, because Akashat Vayu. So Vayu element, the air element. This is again, the cosmic element, the subtler element than Agni or the Teja, and it has the tactile characteristics, touch, Sparshavan Vayu. So tactile characteristics. It is derived from Vata, Vayu. These are the various words for that. There are Vayu Suktas, there are Vata Suktas, there are Marut Suktas, there are Rudra Suktas in the Veda. I have taken only one Vata Sukta. Okay. So Vata, Va is to blow. So he is the blower. He is called Anila because Aniti, Jivati, Praniti Anena, Iti Anilaha. And he is the god of wind, the deity of the northwest, the Vayavya Disha, and metamorphically, he is the one who is the Pavana, he is the Pavana as well as Pavana, the purifier, and he infuses us, he inspires us, and he motivates us because he moves in our body as prana. Sharira Vayu, the breath of life, the very vital breath which we breathe in, that is Anila. And then we have the Pancha Vidha Prana, Hridi Pranaha, Gudaha, Apanaha, Samanaha, Nabhimandale, Udanaha, Kantadeshe Syat, Vyanaha, Sarva Shariragaha. So these are the Pancha Prana concept. And he is called Matarishva as well. Matarishva is Matari, that is Antarikshe, Shvayati, Vardhate, iti Matarishva. So he is called Matarishva also. So he is also, the circulation, digestion, and blinking of our eyelids element. So there are Pancha Pranas, Pancha Upapranas. So again, that's a long thing. I won't go into all those details. If this air element in the micro level, In the Vyashti level, it is very essential for us to breathe, to survive, to live, And on the Samashti level, it is the one which drives all the, what all the clouds, the dust particles, etc., and formation of the rain clouds is done on the Samashti level. So both levels, it is very, very important. Physiologically, it is the life breath, the life principle. Psychologically, it means our intelligence. Philosophically, it is Atman or Brahman. Okay, it is equated with Atman or Brahman. And the Upanishads, especially like the Pranopanishad, they have given the Pranopasana and Prano Vai Brahma as Atma. They have elucidated and eulogized. In the Chandogya also we have Pranopasana, and it yields longevity and immortality thereafter. After doing this Upasana, you can become immortal. That means you can live long, because this is again the principle of the yoga, right? Pranayama. The more you control and restrain your out breath and in breath, the inhalation and exhalation, you can prolong your life by regular pranayama and all that. So prano hi bhutanam ayuhu tasmat sarvam ayusham uchyate. And then we have the story in Chandogya, that there is once the fight between all the indriyas over the mutual superiority, and every organ says, I am the great, I am the great. And when prana starts leaving the body, all indriyas come together and say, oh, don't go, don't go, don't go. When prana leaves, even the ear and the eyes and every other jnanendriya will fail in its duty. Otherwise, if only the Shrotrendriya leaves, the person can still survive as a deaf person. If the Chakshurendriya leaves, the vision is not there, the person can still survive as a blind. But if prana leaves the body, nobody can live. And therefore, prana is superior. So, this is Anila Vatayana in the 10th Mandala Rigveda. I have chosen only one Rucha. Antarikshe patibhihi iyamanaha na ni nivishate. No, not now. Katamachana ahaha apam sakha prathamaja rutava kvasvijjataha uta ababhuva. Where has he been generated? Kvasvijjataha kuta ababhuva. Whence was he manifested? From where did he come? Who produced him? Who generated him? So it is like a subtler principle. It is paroksha bhuta, not a pratyaksha, because Vayu cannot be seen. Vayu can be felt in a way, but it doesn't have a rupa to be seen. It is not pratyaksha like Prithvi, up and Teja tattva. So traversing in the firmament, antarikshe, iyamanaha, the Vayu rests not even for a single day. Katamachana ahaha na nivishate. It doesn't take rest. If Vayu were to take rest, how the world will move? And therefore, he doesn't rest at all. He is the friend of waters, apam sakha. Prathamaja, he is the firstborn. Firstborn because Akasha is still subtler and we can't even see. Vayu at least can be felt, tactile. But Akasha cannot be felt as well. And therefore, Vayu is regarded as the first ever felt principle. And therefore, Prathamaja, Pritava, he is the utterer of truth, or he is the follower of Vrita, the cosmic order. So Vayu doesn't rest even for a day and blows through various paths, iyamanaha. So sarvada, sarvatra, vartamanatva, asya, utpattihi, vyapti prakarascha, na kenapi jnatum shakyate. This is the commentary by Sayanacharya on this Vata Sukta of the 10th Mandala. Now let us come to the Agni principle, the third tattva, subtler than Vayu but grosser than air element. Now, Agni, in the Rigveda, there are more than 200 suktas of Agni. It is the second most praised deity of the Vedas, next only to Indra. Indra has more than 250, Agni has more than 200. And it is like a likhita niyama, that every mandala, the first sukta has to be Agni sukta. So this is because Agni is the main thing for the Vedic seers, as a sacrificial fire. And of course, Agni is like Tisro Vai Devataha, Prithvi Sthaniyaha, Antariksha Sthaniyaha, and Dusthaniyaha, etc. On that level, Agni is on the three levels. And therefore, he is called Trishadhastha, has three abodes. Shadhastha, Sadas. He has three Sadas, three abodes. One is the celestial, the sun, the various forms like Surya, Savitru, Bhaga, Aditya, Varuna. They are all the Surya forms on the celestial plane. Then lighting, Apam Napad, Vidyut or Indragni, the dual divinity. And Apam Napat, of course, the Vidyut Agni is in the Antariksha level. And fire, which we see, the terrestrial fire, it could be in the Yajna, it could be in the Chita, it could be the wildfire, it could be the fire in the water, submarine fire. So all these, and the Kravyada, the funeral fire, all these are different forms of the terrestrial fire. So these are the different levels of fire. Now he is praised by Sutambara Atreya in the fifth mandala. Fifth mandala is the Atri mandala. And in the Atri Gotra, there is one Sutambara. He praises the first Rucha is Janasya Gopa. Agni is called Janasya Gopa. He is the most powerful Gopa, the protector of the people, the vigilant one. Ajanishta, he is born. Jagruvihi, he is always alert. Jagarana Shilaha. Sudakshaha, very balavan, Subalaha. Suvitaya Navyase. Suvitaya Navyase. Suvitaya Lokanam Kalyanaya. Navyase Navataraja. Ghृतप्रतीकः बृहता दिविस्पृशा द्युमद् विभाति भरतेभ्यः शुचिः. So this pure Agni, Shuchihi, Agnihi, Vibhati, he shines brilliantly for Bharatebhyaha, for the Bharata's descendants. Bharata is a very well-known Rajakula in the Vedic times, and we have, the Divodasa Bharata and other people, and on whom the Bharata got its name, country got its name. So he is Divisprusha Ghrita Pratikaha. He is Ghrita Pratika. Ghrita is his Pratika because you offer oblations in the fire and then you offer Ghrita to that, and the flames just, arise higher and higher as if they are reaching the sky. Divisprusha. And therefore, this pure Agni shines brilliantly for all the Bharatas. So this is the Agni which was found out by Angirasas. Tvam Agne Angirasaha Guhahitam Anvavindan. They obtained you. You were hidden in the Guha, in the secret. That means Agni is hidden in the woods. So Angirasas are the first people who perhaps discovered that Agni could be kindled by friction. And therefore, Angirasaha Tvam Avindan. So Guhahitam, you were hidden, you were concealed, and you were discovered as if by the Angirasas. So this is what the Sutambara Atreya says. And you are Shriyanam, Shishriyanam, Vane Vane. Vane Vane is Vrukshe Vrukshe. See, this is the way where he is hidden. Like, in the Shakuntala Kalidasa would say that Shami Garbham Tejaha, right? So Shami, Ashwatha, all these, the fagots of these are rubbed against each other and the fire is created. We have the story of Pururava and Urvashi in Shatapatha Brahmana for that. And I mean, that's another story. But vane, there is vrukshe, shishriyanam, shayanam, ashritam tvam, angirasaha, anvavindan, alabhanta. And he is called Sahasasputraha. He is called Sahasasputraha, Sahasasunuhu, because Agni is kindled only through friction. And if you have seen how these yajnas, especially in the Shrauta yajnas, the fire is enkindled, it is by the Agni Manthana. That task is not easy. There is actually the Yajamana and Yajamana Patni churning that. Many of our students, we have taken them to some places for viewing this Shrauta Yajna, Agni Manthana, so they know. And that requires, both the Yajamana and Yajamana Patni are sweating, they are perspiring all over their bodies. While doing the Agni Manthana, it's not an easy task. And therefore, he is called Sahasasunu. And also he is called, he is the son of 10 matas, because these 10 fingers are required in churning, actually churning the Yajamana Patni. And that Kashta Mathanat, Agni Jayate, that's a very wonderful sight to see also. So he is called Sahasasunu. Now we come to the water principle. Now water principle could be had as the rainwater. We just saw that he drives these madhu naha dyauhu pitastu. So that madhu is this nectarian rainwater. It could be the rainwater, the varsham apaha, varsham jalam. Then river, the nadyaha, or any flowing water. Maybe it arises from the mountains, from the brooks, from the streams, So any flowing water also. So water principle has so many levels in that. So Vasishtha Mandala, the seventh Mandala, I have chosen just one or two ruchas I will take, because I want to do more on Prithvi. There we are staying, and I would take at least 2-3 mantras from the Atharva Vedi, Bhumi Sukta. So this Vasishtha Mandala Apsukta, Samudra Jeshtha Salilasya Madhyat, Punana Yanti Anivishamanaha, Indro ya Vajri Vrishabho Rarada, Ta Apo Devi hi Ihamavantu. So Aptatva or Apaha, Apnote hi Apaha. Why they are called Apaha? Because they are easily obtainable. Wherever you go, you may not get food, but at least the दगडातून पाझरणारं पाणी तरी तुम्हाला मिळतं डोंगरावर गेल्यावर, राईट. सो दिस water is आपनोते हे आपहा. These are the waters with ocean as the chief. All the waters ultimately, yat sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam prati gacchati, and all nadya syandamanaha nadyaha samudrameva abhigachanti. So samudra jeshtha. So samudra jeshtha waters have their chief as samudra. Samudraha jeshthaha asam iti samudra jeshthaha apaha. And they proceed from the midst of the firmament. Salilasya madhya. This salila is the rainwater, the firmament. From the antariksha they proceed. Punahana, the purified. Anivishamanaha, flowing unceasingly, without stopping, unstoppable rains. In Kerala, you come here. And may these divine waters, Mam Avantu, let them protect me here on this earth. And when these waters fall on the earth, somebody has to take care of them. Who takes care of them? Indra takes care of them, as if he, he digs up the channels, he carves the path for the rivers. Indro Rarada. So he really Rarada or Likhati, that is Rekhati. He carves the path of these rivers, and therefore when in the Vishwamitra Nadi Sukta, Vishwamitra asks for a ford, for these nadis, Vitasta and all, then the rivers say, no, we have to be obeying Indra because he is our Swami. And therefore, unless we get his permission, we cannot pay any heed to your request. So that is how they tell Vishwamitra. So these are the apaha. They could be divyaha, the river, the rain waters, utava sravanti, or they could be the flowing waters on the earth. They could be khanitrimaha. Khanitrimaha, you dig up the wells, etc. Right? Wells and vapi, kupa, tadagadi, nirmanam. So you dig up the earth, and you get the waters, the underground waters. Or swayam jaha, right from the stones and the boulders and the mountains, the river, the waters flows in the form of brooks or streams. So all are samudrarthaha. So all have their aim as ocean, and they are all pure and purifying. Without water, we cannot ever live. Okay, and therefore waters are also very very essential for our existence and our survival. With this, now having said about all these four elements, I have, I think, 5 minutes more. Then I can go with Prithvi Sukta from the Atharva Veda. So this is a very long sukta, in fact, this is a very long sukta having 63 mantras. And this Prithvi Sukta was considered as Matrubhumi Sukta. It's just a Bhumi Sukta in the Atharva Veda, but this was considered as Matrubhumi Sukta by Pandit Sripad Damodar Satavadekar when he was a freedom fighter, and before we got independence, this was recited as an inspiring sukta, as a patriotic sukta, like we say Janagana Mana and all. The sukta was recited because this has very lofty mantras in that. Some 2-3 mantras. Vayam tubhyam baliratasyama, mata bhumihi putroham prithivyaha. Some beautiful lofty messages this sukta gives you, and therefore this was recited as triggering, motivating, inspiring suktas for the freedom fighters. And this Vinyoga Sayana also gives, like this could be recited when the community gets together. When you are digging up something, you have to beg forgiveness from Mother Earth that I'm digging you, but then I don't want to harm you. I don't want to harm your vital parts, marma. I don't want to hurt you and all. So for that also this sukta is recited, and for any good thing, for virtuous thing, this sukta is recited. So this sukta, because it has so many mantras, I studied these mantras, and I have given like a caption to that in a what you can say, like a bird's eye view. If you take, there are some concepts and some mantras, they give you those concepts. For example, the earth is covered by Satya, Rita, Brihad, Ugra, Diksha, the very first mantra. Is covered means what? It is governed by. The earth is governed by Satya, Rita, Ugra, Diksha, Tapa. So these principles are necessary for execution of our activities and enterprises on this earth. And therefore, the governance of earth in the first mantra, the earth is surrounded by waters and it is lifted from the ocean. Now, these stories we hear in the Vamana, this Varaha avatar of Vishnu and other places, that this is, Chahu Bajuni Samudrani Vedlela, Prithvicha Gol. So, earth is surrounded by waters. That comes in the mantras 8 and 9. Then there are, earth is not uniform everywhere. Wherever you go, the color of the soil differs. The color of the rocks also varies. The stones also vary, right? And therefore, the variation in colors, the multicolored earth, that you come across in somewhere it is Lohita, somewhere it is Krishna, So beautifully, the Atharva Rishi says in verse 11, 21, and 26. Why I'm telling you, you can note it down and you can go to the original mantra, and you have a beautiful Hindi translation by Pandit Satavadekar, and Bapat Shastri's Marathi translation, and English translation by Whitney, and so many other people, R.L. Kashyap and others. So you can refer to these mantras. By the way, I have one Bhumi Sukta on Sangam Talks that is available on YouTube in the free domain. You can listen to that as well. Bhumi Sukta. So, different colors of the soil, stones and rocks, etc. Then various types of herbs, vegetation, they are grown on her, and this comes in so many mantras: 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12, 16, 17, 27. Maybe I'll share this slide with with Aditi madam so that she can share with you all. So various types of herbs and vegetation grown on this earth. So how this is Vasundhara, not only the gems and the jewels which you dig up from the mines, but there are so many gems and valuable things in the form of herbs and vegetation grown on the surface of the earth. So this vegetative kingdom, vegetation kingdom, that is also praised here. And therefore she is called Hiranyavaksha. When the crops get ripe, how yellow color, it pervades the entire farm. And therefore she is Hiranyavaksha. Her bosom is golden. How beautifully, poetically Sage Atharva is praising Bhumi. She is the substratum. She is the hard support. She is the bedrock, and she protects us all and makes room for all. Again, in the first and second mantra, numerous activities take place on her, like so many beings are there, even human being, nrityanti, gayanti, vailabaha, etc. So here on this earth, people dance merrily and they sing and they do what not, how many activities they do. And not only human beings, it is sarisripaha, prishchakaha, ahayaha, so many beings also. So numerous activities of numerous beings, and some 8, 10 mantras describe that. Then different types of beings enjoy on the surface, yeah, the same thing. Earth has Gandha. Now, Gandhavati Prithvi comes, we listen to that or we study that in the Tarka Sangraha first, right? Tarka Sangraha. But then Gandhavati Prithvi, the first reference ever, or the earliest reference could be found in the Atharva Veda. And how this Gandha is in the Strishu, Yoshitsu, Apsu, everything connected with earth, it has Gandha, and that comes in verses 23, 25, 44. And earth is Vimrugvari, she is the purifier, Pavaka, and she serves us all, she protects us all, and she is like a mother giving milk to the calf. So I am her calf and she is my cow. So that is the very great message, profound message given by the sage. And then we go ahead with some 2, 3 verses I want to take. The 12th mantra, it gives you Mata Bhumihi Putroham Prithivya. This famous line, the 12th mantra. So this is 12, 1, 12. 12th Kanda, 1st Sukta, 12th mantra of the Atharva Veda. And there it says, Yatte Madhyam Prithvi. What is your middle, the Nabhi, and the Nabhyam, the Nabhi, the navel. Yaha te tanvaha sambhabhuvuhu. Whatever brilliant urjaha, tanvaha, things emerged from you, from your body, te tanvaha sambhabhuvuhu, tasuno dehi. Set us in all this. So whatever comes out of you, O Mother Earth, from your navel, whatever emerges, set us in all these, be it water, be it vegetation, be it the gems and jewels, be it the metals, whatever comes out from your body, please set us in all these. That means Let us utilize all the things which come from your body. Pavasva, Naha Pavasva, you please purify all of us. Mata Bhumihi, Putroham Prithivyaha. Earth is my mother and I am her child. Putroham Prithivyaha. If she is the Mata, who is the Pita? Parjanya Pita Saunah Pipartu. Now here, otherwise we have seen Deus Pita, Deus Pitar. But here, Parjanya, because Devu motivates that Parjanya. He is the creator of that Parjanya, and therefore Parjanya is also called Pita. In fact, in the Parjanya Sukta, in the Atri Mandala, 5th Mandala, 583, Yat Parjanyaha Retasa Prithivim Avati, that sentence comes, the Richa comes as, when Yada, Yat is Yada, Yada Parjanyaha Retasa, what is the Retas of Parjanya? That is the rainwater. Prithivim Avati, he protects the earth, he fertilizes the earth, he impregnates the earth with his semen, that is the rainwater. So may there be prosperity, let there be Parjanya, no drought at all. Okay. And now we come to the various activities of the people here, and that is also very interesting. Yasyam Gayanti, Nrityanti Bhumyam, Martya Vyailavaha, Yudhyante Yasyam, Akrando Yasyam, Vadati Dunduvi, Sano Bhumihi, Pranudatam, Sapatnan, Asapatnam Ma Prithvi Krunotu. Yasyam Gayanti, the mortals, Martyaha, Gayanti, Nrityanti, and Vyailavaha. What is Vyailavaha? Vyailava is a very interesting word. We have heard about Lavasukta of Indra in the Rigveda, right? Lavasukta. So V is the Upasarga, Visheshena. Ailava. Ailava is Ila plus An. That is Kutsitaha Dhvanihi. Chitkaraha. Lab Shabde is the verb. Lab is Shabde. And therefore, Labasukta, the blah blah of, Indra after drinking Soma. So, Vyailabaha Visheshena Ailabaha Kutsitaha Dhvanihi. Do you remember Holiche Kayata Bomba Martatya Shimgyala? So, that also could be there. And interestingly, Laba, this becomes blabber, lubber, blah 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 is reverse of lubber. So this English word has come from lab shabde. So Vyailabaha. So it is not only that they are Gayanti, Nrityanti, they are doing all sorts of voices and noises and accusing each other. And so many things, people do here, mortals do. Yudhyante, they fight also. There are war cries, Akrandaha, Yasyam, Dundubihi Yasyam Vadati. There is the war drums. The drums also, they also make that noise, war drums. But then, do we really need all that? Yudhya, Akranda, Dundubhi. The second and the third line, of this verse says, Sa Bhumihi Sapatnan Pranudatam. Let that earth push aside. Pra plus Nuda. Nuda is to impale. Nodana, Chodana. Push aside all the Sapatna, that is adversaries. Sapatna, Sapatni is a co-wife, right? And Sapatna is an adversary, an opponent. Now you know why Sapatnis are always adversary. The co-wives जमता नहीं है उनका कभी बीच में आपस में सवतींचं कधी जमत नाही. सह पतति एकार्थे इति. Both fall or both act for the same thing. Ekarthe, for one goal, and therefore they are called sapatna. In the case of co-wives, they both aspire the same husband, and therefore they vie with each other. There is a competition, and in the yuddha, it is always because of some bhumi or for a nari, and therefore both fall. Both the parties have the same aspiration. Saha patati ekarthe iti, and therefore they are shatru. So sapatnan pranudatam. Let the earth push aside all our adversaries. And asapatnamma prithvi pranatu. Let the earth make us free from sapatna, from rivals. So what we ultimately want is peace. We are peace loving people. We are really peace loving people in our spirit and in our action, and not only by our words. We are indeed peace loving. Therefore, we don't want yuddha, we don't want akranda, we don't want dunduminada, we don't want any sapatna, no wars. We want just the peace. Okay, and then I think I'll take the last verse here. This is also again very beautiful verse, which says that let us do something. The Prithvi does so many things for us. She gives us, variously. There is enough in the place of earth to give us for our needs, but not for our greed. She gives us enough for our needs, but we are more greedy, and we deprive her of whatever we don't want now, and we just go on accumulating, and that's why the earth is getting deroded and degraded and deforested and all d. So we should, बनता है कि हम भी कुछ दे दे. What we can give? Vayam tubhyam baliritaha syama. Let us be ready to sacrifice ourselves for your sake, because this is a son's duty to protect his mother. You are my mother. So let us sacrifice ourselves for your sake. So this is the highest tribute, you know. Let us be the tribute bearers to you. Baliritaha Syama, because what you have given us, upasthaste anamivaha ayakshmaha asmabhyam santu prithivip prasutaha dirgham na ayuhu pratibudhyamanaha vayam tubhyam balirtasyam. The things produced from you, prithivip prasutaha, the things produced from the earth, they should be healthy, free from diseases. A yakshma. Yakshma is not really the yakshma roga or the tuberculosis or consumption. It is a generic term for any disease or any illness in the Atharva Veda. So free from diseases. Amivaha. Amiva sounds like amoeba, right? So all the diseases start from this unicellular bacteria, and then it gets multiplied, and bacterial illnesses, bacterial dehydration, indigestion, so many things. So free from again diseases, let us be healthy. Anamivaha, ayakshmaha, asmabhyam santu prithviprasutaha, and dirgham na ayuhu. Let we be endowed with long life. Dirgham na ayuhu. And this all the Prithvi gives us. So this is our duty towards Mother Earth, that we should give something from our side to her. And in what way we can give? This is first of all, in the G20 we had the message of one family, one life, and one goal. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So that is how we can come together and deliberate on how to protect our mother. Because if we don't protect her now for our posterity, what type of legacy we are leaving behind? And therefore, this is a very profound mantra, assuring and reminding us of our duty towards Mother Earth. So this is the way we can show our gratitude and our indebtedness to Mother Earth, and sacrificing for the sake of her, for her well-being, which causes the well-being in turn for all of us. That is very essential, and we should be ready to give our 100% to protect her now. So now, just to take a quick review of all these, we started from etasmadva atmanaha akasha sambhutaha, akashad vayuhu, vayoh agnihi, agnehe apaha, adbhyaha prithvi. So these 5 elements, they have emerged from the highest principle. Now these five tattvas coming together philosophically is called Panchikarana. This is like a potluck of five people. Panchikarana is potluck of five people, and this we can do, like if a thing is caused from the earth. Suppose this is the wooden thing, this is wooden thing, so this is caused from the earth. Wood is earth. But in this we have other elements also in some portion. So the half of the portion will be Prithvi Tattva, and in the other half, one eighth each will be of the other four elements. So when this is the situation, this is called Panchikarana. And when the Akasha Tattva and Vayu Tattva are excluded because they are Paroksha, they are not Pratyaksha, when they get excluded, this only three Tattvas, they amalgamate to form or create a thing that is called Trivritkarana. So the Panchamahabhutas lead us to philosophy as well. As I said, earlier at the beginning of the lecture, that first it is Adi Bhautika, then Adi Daivika, and then Adhyatmika. When you come to Adhyatmika, we think of philosophy, and in philosophy, how we think of the creation being, creation being done. Then Panchikarana or Trivritkarana help us. And this is how we can explain the Shukti Rajata Drishtanta, which is so very famous in the Advaita Vedanta and made very famous by Shankaracharya through his Adhyasa Bhashya. Okay, so Shuktau yad Rajatam Drishyate. Shukti, the mother shell, the mother of pearls, the shell, this is an earth element, this is Parthiva. But when a particular person, Devadatta, happens to see in the light, in the ray of light, it's shining, it, it appears to him as a piece of Rajata, silver. He goes to pick it up and then, oh, he's deceived. It is not Rajata, it is Shukti. So why that Rajata is seen there? Because it has Teja Tattva as well. This is the Trivritkarana principle. So this is how, the other philosophers come forward, Ramanujacharya and others, and Sarvam hi Vijnanajatam Yathartham, etc., Yatharthavadi people. So lot more to think about that and lot more to talk philosophically as well. But the Panchamahabhutas, the building blocks, the scaffolding of the entire creation, and from that we have the Panchikarana, the Trivritkarana. The two of the elements are Paroksha, the three are Pratyaksha, which we can really see. That is Prithvi up and page. At least let us have our all our nishtha to protect the principles which we see here, because the Srishti Vyasanga, the Srishti won't be here after hundreds and thousands of years if we are going to deprive her of all the resources with our greed, and therefore protect water, protect earth, protect fire, that is project Teja Tattva. This is our duty. Vayam Tubhyam Bhaviratasyam. So with this, I think I should close my deliberation. And thank you, Dhruva, and thank you, Wesley College. Thank you, Aditi, especially for inviting me to this. I have had this webinar on Panchamahabhuta Suktas recently in January. It's a paid webinar through Chinmay International Foundation. So I readily accepted this invitation, and I said, oh, I have already worked on this. I have to just choose one verse from each and deliberate it here. Thank you all, and namaskar. And my apologies for joining late because I had my regular Ola lectures from 9:30 to 10:30. But still, I tried to wind it up 10 minutes before because of this lecture. Okay. Hari Om. Thank you. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was a very enlightening lecture. Before concluding, I would like to ask our audience if they have any questions regarding the topic to be discussed with ma'am.
Good to see some people, but all are not. Yeah, everybody has not opened the video, so I can't see all.
Someone has raised a hand, I think.
Okay. Can you identify
Uh,
and unmute that person so that
I think Milind sir. Okay, I think it was by mistake. Ha, Ruchita madam.
Ruchita Rane has raised hand?
Namo Namah, ma'am, and hearty congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to share an observation and seek your clarification on this. When you said that the earth is also the cow, and the way we represent the cow with all the elements, and of course there are others who say that you cannot represent all the cow is a cow animal and all. But when we represent all the other creations on the body of the cow, is it not symbolic that the cow is the earth and therefore we are putting it, and there it is not the cow with the Tetis Koti Devata and all other elements, but it is probably
Exactly.
the earth, and on it the Tetis Koti, as in the good, best creations that are there. And if we look at it
Yes.
from that perspective, wouldn't the analogy or wouldn't the illustration of the cow with the 33 Koti or whatever elements are shown in it be justifiable to especially the ones who oppose this particular thought? Just
Perfectly right. And in the Puranas, we have earth going in the form of a cow to the Devasabha, right? That there is too much of burden of the Rakshasas or the Asuri Pravritti people, and therefore, why don't you take an avatar, incarnate yourself to lessen that burden? So she always goes in the form of a cow only. So earth is a cow, and there is, the cow should be regarded as earth the other way, so that it is not just the quadruped which we want to worship as the Gomata, but this is the earth. And in fact, the Nigantu, which starts with the word Gauhu, the Gauhu is not cow Vachaka, it is not the Dhenu Vachaka, it is Ekavimshati Prithvi Namadheyani, Gauhu Kshma Jma, etc. etc. Iti Ekavimshati Prithvi Namadheyani. So Gauhu primarily comes for earth. गच्छन्ति अस्यां जनाः और भूतानि इति गौः गमनात् गौः. Okay, so that is a right approach we should have.
Yes, we cannot see any other person has raised hand for any question or doubt. So, yes, Ruchita madam.
No, just so that our audience can get more information from ma'am. The reason for asking questions is only this, because it is an opportunity for all youngsters and all those who have joined to listen more and more from ma'am. And therefore, I thought, let me ask. The first observation where we said during the Agni Chayana for the Homa, at when we have the Patni, the Yajaman and the Yajamana Patni both churning it, and where we talk of the Dasha Anguli, means where you represented that. So again, just an inference. So are they using one hand each? Because otherwise, why would they not represent it with the number Vimchatihi? So there must be something more symbolic. I mean, there surely would be something more hidden, because they would not have otherwise restricted it to Dasha, or there must be more connotation to that Dasha.
No, this Yajamani and Yajamana Patni, there is a Satmya in them. When they do the Yajna, it is with the one motive, one objective, and one inspiration, one aspiration. So as if they are one. For Mantana, they have to sit separately. And therefore, I think logically I can say it in this manner. Otherwise, practically it could have been Vimshati. For one person, you can say 10 fingers are necessary for doing a mantra. Any mantra, 10 fingers are necessary. With this, you hold hand like this and do the mantra. It is exactly like Yashoda Maya doing that Dadi Manthana. खांबाला ती दोरी लावून. तसं म्हणजे हे आपण प्रत्यक्ष पाहतो, त्याच्यातनं ठिणग्या उडतात आणि त्या ठिणग्या घेऊन कापसावर घ्यायच्या आणि ते लहान बाळाला जोजवतो तसं असं जोजवायला लागतं. कारण फुंकर मारायचं नाही, इट बिकम्स उच्छिष्ट. एरवी आपण फुंकणीनी अग्नी प्रज्वलित करतो, चूल पेटवतो तेव्हा, राईट, फुंकणी वापरतो, पोकळ नालिका वापरतो. इथे आपण ते वापरू शकत नाही कारण उच्छिष्ट होतं. आणि म्हणून ते वापरायचं नाही, तर कापसावर त्या ठिणग्या घ्यायच्या, ते अर्धवट जळलेलं, आणि असं असं फॅन करायचं त्याला, मग तो पेटतो. मग तो अलगद त्या गाईच्या शेणाच्या शेणीवर ठेवायचा आणि मग कापूर घालून तो अग्नी पेटवायचा. इतकं त्याला म्हणजे खरंच कष्टाचं काम आहे. आणि मी बघितलंय ते कसे घामाघूम होतात, दोघं असे पाय पसरून बसतात आणि असे असे इतक्या जोरात बाहू तटतटतात त्यांचे. फार फार कठीण आहे ते, म्हणजे मंथनातून अग्नी काढणं हे सोपं नाहीये. आणि म्हणून एकदा अग्नी काढला, म्हणजे निर्माण केला, की तो विझू द्यायचा नाही. त्यामुळे त्या चितीमध्ये राखेने तो झाकतात, दुसऱ्या दिवशी परत ती राख बाजूला करतात आणि त्याच्यातला अग्नी पुन्हा असा जोजवून निर्माण करतात. म्हणून एकदा पेटवलेला अग्नी, काय काड्यापेटीने अग्नी पेटवणे इतकं सोपं काम नव्हतं ते. लाइटर लावा किंवा काड्यापेटी पेटवा, एकदा अग्नी पेटवला की तो ठेवायला पाहिजे तसाच्या तसा. म्हणून तो प्रॉमिथियस काय ग्रीक मायथॉलॉजी मधला, किंवा पुरुरवा काय, दे आर इक्वल्स. दे आर द हार्बिंजर्स ऑफ फायर एलिमेंट ऑन अर्थ. ते नसते तर आपण काय केलं असतं. त्यांनी अग्नी आणला आपल्यासाठी.
येस, थँक्यू सो मच मॅडम. इतकं सुंदर ते वर्णन आपण केलं की खरंच खूप गोड वाटलं ऐकायला. येस, आय थिंक अनुश्री यू कॅन प्रोसीड.
येस मॅम. धन्यवाद महोदय. सत्रम यथार्थतया मनमोहकम अभवत्. भवत्याः व्याख्यानम् अद्भुतमेव आसीत्. वेदेषु अस्माकं सङ्कल्पनयाः विषये किम् उपलभते इति भवत्या सुगमं कृतम्. Having said that, now we have reached to the end of our session. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have been a part of this session and will be to the upcoming one too. Firstly, I will thank our guest of honor for today's session, Professor Dr. Gauri Mahulikar ma'am. We are blessed and mesmerized by your loving presence among us, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of this session. Thanks to our principal and vice principal. Although they were not able to attend the lecture, they have sent their regards to us. Also, Aditi ma'am for initiating and supporting lecture series Srishti Vyasangah, which will really be beneficial with regards to our upcoming Dhruva Sanskrit Mahotsav 2024 Vyasango Nisargasya Ramaniyo Hi Kavya Nisargah. Thanks to Team Dhruva for making all the arrangements of the online section. Nextly, I would thank all students, teachers, and Sanskrit lovers who have been a part of this session to make it more interactive and gainful. Thank you for patiently lending your ears to the session. I hope this lecture has given all of you a better insight of our theme and will help you to become a part of our Dhruva Sanskrit Mahotsav. The echo of ma'am's lecture will surely continue in our mind, save our Mother Earth. As we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and present our gratitude towards our Mother Earth. We stop here on this positive thought. So see you all on next Sunday at 10 a.m. with Dr. Suchita Paranspe ma'am throwing light on Ramayan Srishtihi Parjanya Vrishtihi, which is the second lecture of our lecture series, Srishti Vyasangah. Dhanyavada Sarvebhyah Punarmilamah.
Thank you, madam. It was wonderful.